introducing myself to the salon world in anticipation of my return to the salon. Very excited. I am opening Rooted in Dallas, a luxury head spa, hair and scalp retreat, also known as the head spa. The wonderful viral luxury shampoo process that you're seeing will now be available to you in the Dallas area. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all social media, as well as visit our website, rootedindallas.com, ROOTDIN Dallas. As I stated, Hot Comb Chronicles is a conversation series that details my hair journey, my personal hair journey, all the way from the beginning, which is actually elementary school. Through elementary school through now, I'm having wonderful conversations with family, friends, clients who became friends and family, giving you wonderful hair stories that are often found in every salon, and my salon was no different. We have a world of stories. I've got tons of experience to go along with it. I'm really enjoying this time to connect with all of my wonderful friends and family who have supported me along the way and added to this wonderful, colorful world of hair. Today, we are exploring my wonderful time in college, where I often say, I got paid to throw a party every Friday. It just so happened people left with their hair done. So, super excited to bring my good friend and my guest here today for a wonderful conversation. Everybody wanted to know if Natalie was in the chair yet because nobody wanted to come behind Natalie. Natalie has beautiful, luscious, long locks that would take quite a long time for me to press out to perfection. But at any rate, I'm rambling. I'm going to go ahead and bring Natalie on in here, and she can finish telling you about her experience at Salon Samara, the Michigan State University edition. Woo woo! Go
Hey,
Spartans!
go green.
Go white! So, welcome, Natalie, a wonderful educator in the Flint area. Before I get into this, I like to show a little bit of love for my people, let folks know who you are, and share a little bit of your sunshine and your magic. Natalie and I met our freshman year at Michigan State University. Um, Camp Gilchrist. We have much
Yep,
love for
G.
Camp Gilchrist. We were the crew of Yeager Gilchrist, specifically Gilchrist. And I think we are very fortunate and very blessed that we are all still together. We are all still friends, and we ride for each other to this day. Natalie is a very loyal friend. When I think of Natalie, I think of loyalty, I think of dedication, I think of intellect, I think of support, I think of just about the business, and most of all, awareness. Natalie, you are one of the most aware people I know. And I say that in all of the sense. And I think, seriously, as humans, I think that that is something we should strive to be. Not a lot of people have it. Your awareness of self, awareness of others, and just being in tune and knowing what the moment needs is the woman that you are. And I just want to thank you for that.
Thank you, Sam. Thank
So, given all that, like I said, I don't, did you know that people would call to see if they came after you? Did you know
I
that?
would hear the moans when I walked in, and it was like, is she getting in the chair before me? Like, I don't remember what your system was, honestly, but I remember the moans and the people who would call, and the question they would ask is, you would be like, yeah, she here, blah, blah, blah. But my bad, y'all.
Um, yeah, Garrett. So what I was thinking about as we were getting ready, your hair was like shoulder length or maybe like neck length when freshman year, right? And I
Yeah,
even remember your senior pictures. You must have had the pictures somewhere because I vividly to this day remember your senior pictures. You were barefoot on some of them, right?
I was. I had got tricked
Okay.
into that too.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is very random for me to remember. Yeah.
Why? Why?
Oh, I know. I could go through your whole outfit, but that's not what we're here for. Um, So
Oh God, that is a memory in itself. Who let me do that? Why?
and then
Why?
I'm like, why do I know this? Like, I don't think I got a feeling I might have the picture, but how would I have the picture? But core memory got it. Um, so what made you decide to grow your hair out? Well, what made you decide to grow your hair out? Did you have a regular stylist in Flint? All I know is your hair went from here literally to halfway down your back, like in a
Right.
couple years.
And I will have to say that um the only reason why I paid attention to my hair was because it was like a focal point, but I didn't try to take care of my hair and it just grew. Some people attribute it to the Michigan State water because I was one of the few people who didn't care and would wash my hair, like regularly and leave it wet. I don't know. I think I went to lazy. So the longer it was, the quicker I could put it in a ponytail and go. And
Yeah.
then I don't know, Sam. I don't think I decided my styles. I think my styles have always been decided for me, if that makes sense. And
Wow.
then
Yeah, this is common.
so my scalp issues and just want to throw it in a ponytail and go was pretty much what caused me to go from
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that makes sense. The one thing that I often tell people when they ask, what can I do to grow my hair? Stop messing with it. That's what I tell people. Do bare minimal. Do minimal to nothing. Just the basics. Wash it, condition it. That's it.
Right.
So that's actually the best formula I found as a professional in growing your hair. So that's an awesome formula. How did you start coming to me? What made you say, okay, I'm gonna let Sam do my hair?
Well, you were Camp G,
That's right.
so we had that bond. I trusted you for
That's
one. I don't think I saw other people's hair. I think you asked about it. I trusted you. I was willing to roll. If you messed up, I just was gonna be like, just tell her I got somebody else gonna do it, whatever. And then it was like the bomb. And it was, I don't know if I can say the word local because you were right in the same dorm. I ain't have to worry about going home, getting it done, come back. So it was like a heaven sent that you were a couple floors up.
Yeah, for real. So I did I wash your hair at Gilchrist too?
I think I did. I think I washed my own and would come up to you because that was
That's
part of
what.
it would decrease the time.
Yes, 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 yes. So like just wash it for me first. Just wash
Right,
it for me
right.
first. And I think maybe once I even got to the apartment, I think you still washed it. I might have washed it in the kitchen sink a couple times. I just remembered, and still to this day, boy, if I ever get the chance, give me a rat tail comb and you have a seat and let me get to your dandruff. Oh, that was the highlight of my
Yes.
day. And yours was great. I still remember that too, because I could just peel it up. Oh, yeah,
It's
there's
still the
something about,
same way, Sam, after all these years.
yeah, yeah, give me a comb. Now the one story that I vividly remember, and I'm sure you will too, and I know for a fact we had to wash your hair in the sink that day. And again, y'all, Natalie hair, this, but thicker and just no relaxer, just beautiful, beautiful head of hair. The day that I attempted to highlight your hair, torture. I'm so sorry to this day. That's like one of my top three, no less than top five, top three. And I actually
Is
told the
it?
story not too long ago. So unfortunately, that's when I didn't have the training and we used the cap. And I know it took me what about an hour? And
Yes.
you're a hardcore woman. You were about in tears. It was
Man,
pain, pulling all that hair through the cap.
through the cap. Yes, that was a ooh.
Yeah, and then I put the color on there, and not one lick of color came out. All
Sam,
that time and all that pain, nothing. Not, I mean, like I even stopped trying to look, nothing. But I didn't know my color theory then. I didn't ask the questions. I didn't understand. Color's already on her hair. We're gonna need to lift this. So yeah, I owe you a highlight. I'll use some
You
dimensional color.
listen, it was fun. It was
It
a fun
was.
experience. And like I said, I still roll with you after that. Like,
Yeah.
okay, we sat through that. It was an experience. It was a lot of experiences with my hair, I think, that were first during Spartan years, but
Oh,
that was
absolutely.
fun.
Absolutely. So describe a typical Friday getting your hair done at my place.
Um, if I can recall, I had a Friday afternoon class, and so I would come, I guess, after that, if my memory serves me correctly. And walking in, I would assess the characters that had already were already there. Like I said, I might hear some of the deep breaths, like, wait, is she getting in before me? I don't, like I said, I don't remember what your system was for waiting. It was fun because it was so many different people there.
Yeah.
So, okay, you had your different majors, cool, but then you had people from different cities. You had dudes there, you had girls there. Like, it was just a whole mix. And the thing that everybody was all vigilant about was the parking police coming through, because you might have to run out and move your car. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, too, Sam, you laughed a lot.
Yeah.
You laughed a lot on Fridays, and then you left out cute. Like,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was fun. It was probably salon culture that I had never known before, because, people be in a different pods with different hairstylists, but we were all there for you. And we only had one thing in common, and that was that we went to state, and everything else was just a mix. So you had laughter and fun, and then eventually it was time to go.
Yeah. And it, like you said, you left cute. You just so happen to leave with your hair done.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I don't know how Damon and Jerry, we kind of had to hook up with the parking police. I remember Damon and Jerry would go out and they would point at the cars like, this one ours, this one ours. So by the grace of God, we had a lot of grace
Right.
with the parking police. David running out with that cape on, he would just bust out the chair. Parking police coming. Yeah, teaching. His name escapes me. Dwan Tinsley, how to make tea. I don't even think Dwan got his hair cut. He may have, but Dwan would come over. If I didn't have everything for tea, he would walk across the street to ShopRite, get tea bags, get sugar, and he'd be making homemade tea in the kitchen for everybody just because that's what we did.
Right.
Um, I often say that I would like pay to have Friday at Sam's again. And the closest I've ever came to it was my birthday party. It was close. It was close, close. But I still haven't let go of that idea yet because it's just so much fun. And that's that feeling is what I look forward to creating in the new salon in Rooted. I don't want people to feel like they have an appointment. Yeah, respect the time, but I want it to feel like, oh, I get to go over to Sam's spot and feel like more is company. You're coming to just woof versus, oh, I'm trying to get you in, trying to get you
Get
out.
you out. Yeah.
Um, and it's interesting because, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I feel like, too, there was no ill will amongst the energy.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't know if other people had issues, but I felt like I was already a loner. I kind of come in this situation. Other people would know each other. It would be pockets, but there was no animosity. It was like a for real good time. You don't really
Yeah.
get that now. When you go in certain places and certain females, they looking at you funny. They squaring you off about your hair. Like, it's just, like, we can't love each other like that no more, even in that space. And then you got
Yeah.
people who are competing against each other in the salon, who can do what better. This hairstyle just walked out, so I can do it again. But it wasn't that. Like, it was probably the love we all needed. Because, I mean, we were away from home as it was.
Yeah.
You're getting self-care at the same time as socializing and kind of building you back up to be able to go out there in that world against the majority. Like, we were all a very tight-knit community of people who had you in common, to be honest. Had you
Yeah.
in common, had you making us feel better and walking out, looking and feeling better. But we got that social time that we needed to kind of revamp before we go out in the world and take on the majority again. So it was real cool. It was real cool.
That's a very good point. I don't think we realized, like you said, what we were creating. One of my other friends talked about the salon being a safe space. Um, and that surely is the case. I didn't grow up going to the salon. That's the interesting part. I created it, the feeling, but to this day, I'm a fish out of water when I'm a client in a hairstylist chair. Like I'm literally like, okay, where do I go next? What do I do? It's not. I know that sounds weird, but it's not um, an experience I was used to. So I think for me too, it was recreating that and growing up in a house with three brothers and a sister and friends all the time. I
Mhm.
was used to that, and that was probably me bringing that comfort there with me. As well. Yeah, I'm definitely used to a whole bunch of folks and a whole bunch of noise and everybody being cool. But the positive part, and that's there was no it was never any drama. And looking back, that's a miracle. But um I'll go out on a limb and toot my own horn and say that's me. I don't we don't do the gossip, we don't do the backstabbing and talking behind your back. Even as a professional, some of my clients would, get a little gossipy with me. And I'm like, well, Jada Pinkett Smith ain't called and told me nothing. So, no. And it's not my place to be repeating something I heard that's about 10th hand information at best. So, I think it's a testament to our good spirits and the fact that like attracts like. And we just got real good and gravitated to what's good.
Agreed.
Um, Speaking of gravitation towards what's good, there was a gravitational pull for you and I our last year for spring break that landed us in Atlanta, Georgia.
The ATL.
We said if we couldn't find anything else to do, our worst case scenario was to jump in my little two-door Honda Civic and go to Atlanta for spring break.
We got on down the road, didn't we?
That is exactly what we did. Um, Yeah, it was great. The cool thing about that, I don't know if you realized it, but that was the first time that I ever did hair in a salon when I did your hair at my cousin's, remember?
Okay. Okay.
And I don't know if you remember the rookie mistake I made. So I have a dear cousin, Tony Comeyer. Everybody in Saginaw know Tony Comeyer. Um, that's when he just had his, or he had his salons in Atlanta. And I called him up, let him know, hey, me and my homegirl coming down to Atlanta. Can I please do hair in your salon? Now, I had been doing hair longer than Tony. Tony had been telling me for years, I don't know what you're doing. You need to be doing hair. So I'm like, cuz will let me do my friend's hair in this salon. So I'm thinking I'm all big time. I done came in there with my little rat tail comb and whatnot. Get you in the shampoo bowl. I go to cut on the water. Rookie mistake. I did not hold the nozzle, as every hairstylist automatically, instinctively now knows how to do. Water goes everywhere. I'm like, oh, damn it. So, yeah, I'm sure all the stylists was like, But, and I'll post it and add it to this conversation, but I do have pictures from when I spun you around and finished flat ironing your hair that day. You had your nice little swoop side part with a swoop.
I don't have pictures from the salon from that trip. That's crazy.
Sure do. And I wanted to find them, but I couldn't. So I'm gonna try real hard to find it, and it'll be stitched into this conversation somehow,
Okay.
some way. And that's when I used to French braid my hair to get it like it is now. It was relaxed, but I French braided it, and then I used to wear these little clips right here. It was so unbecoming on me. I'm like, don't, gosh. I tried.